Coming up on the Buckeye Guard. Ohio National Guard soldiers assigned to Company B, 1st Battalion, 137th Aviation Regiment conduct airborne support operations, and later, deploying soldiers are honored during a call to duty ceremony.
During March's drill, Bravo Company 1st to 137th conducted paradrop operations with the 412 Civil Affairs out of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. What that means is we took our air crews and we worked directly with the ground unit, the 412 Civil Affairs, to get them qualified on airdrop or airborne operations while we qualified our pilots and crew chiefs on our task paradrops. Working with the 412 Civil Affairs was actually an extremely educating process for myself. I'm constantly seeking out units where we can conduct MET training that benefits us and the supported unit. With the 412 Civil Affairs, it was a perfect case scenario where they needed to conduct airborne operations and I needed to get pilots and crew chiefs qualified on paradrop operations.
Civil Affairs has 6 airborne active units currently in the Army Reserve, and one of them here in Columbus, Ohio. Starting fiscal year 27, there will only be down to 1. We, right now, are very well aware of the loss that we're going to incur come FY27, but this is our last chance to jump as a unit. So what we're trying to do is just make the most of what we have and what we're able to do with our jump capabilities.
The significance of doing the paradrop operations for our battalion and my company specifically is we had the ability to qualify additional instructor pilots and crew chiefs on this task. The unit hasn't conducted paradrop operations in many years, and we're in a position where only the top senior aviators have this experience. And this specific qualification with the 412 Civil Affairs allowed us to qualify those newer instructor pilots, which then enables us to qualify the remainder of our pilots throughout the coming year. Having the opportunity to be a part of the planning at the battalion level, the execution as the company commander, and then actually executing the flying as pilot in command was an extremely rewarding experience because I got to see how much work goes into the entire operation while actually executing it. Simultaneously, it helped us develop qualified combat crews, which is my overall goal as the Bravo Company commander.
Ohio National Guard soldiers and airmen join state leaders, veterans, and families of the fallen for the annual Governor's Wreath-Laying ceremony at the Ohio Statehouse in Columbus, Ohio. The ceremony honored Ohioans who gave their lives in service to the nation and offered a moment to reflect on the meaning of Memorial Day.
Their absence leaves a gaping hole in the lives of those left behind, a hole that can never really be filled. And while that makes it very, very hard, we also know that the world is a better place because these brave men and women were a part of it because of what they did.
For the Ohio National Guard, this year's ceremony carried added weight. During the ceremony, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine read the names of the 3 recently fallen Ohio Air National Guard airmen from the 121st Air Refueling Wing.
Captain Seth Coble, Captain Curtis Angst, Master Sergeant Tyler Simmons. We remember them today. To those families, we say Ohio continues to mourn with you.
The reading of their names served as a solemn reminder that the cost of service is carried by families, units, and the communities across Ohio. As the wreath was placed, those in attendance paused to remember generations of service members who answered the call to serve. Reporting for the Ohio National Guard, this is Sergeant First Class Thomas Moger.
So out here we're doing cold weather training, just get the airmen ready to adapt for the next fight into the cold weather environments. Everything we teach them here as far as building shelters, because you may not have a tent, so you need a shelter to block out the wind, to keep warm. How to properly layer your clothes, how to use your sleep system in the right way, how to be able to use night vision when there's snow, and what the difference between with and without snow with illumination. This will all bring it together for the fight that could be coming. We're going to give you a point, you're going to ruck in, and then you're going to go into start building your shelters, making sure that's all good to go. And your goal is to have your shelter built before the nightfall, because it's not fun doing this in the dark. And then from there, just being able to survive the elements through the night. And then if a mission drops, being able to get to whatever that mission is and come back safely.
This changed my perspective by just giving me a reality check. I think anybody thinks that they can go out in the woods and camp around, but getting to be put in the cold is definitely something new, and it makes you think how bad it could be if this were a real scenario. When we first got out here, we were moving, putting stuff together, and it definitely didn't feel too bad, but now as we've kind of slowed down and we've settled in, it's definitely gotten worse, and you're starting to feel it.
We're going to be giving them a mission tonight. Basically, they're going to have a rescue mission to extract the pilot that came out of the sky with a cold weather injury as well. So the main goal of this is to utilize your land nav skills, use proper dismounted techniques, right, tactics, just to get there, because you never know what kind of dangers is in the way. And once you get to the pilot, be able to provide the treatment for his cold weather injury that he may have, and then get him to the extraction point to get them out of here and out of harm's way. There could be times where they can't be picked up and saved, so they have to be able to survive on their own and live pretty much to get to the next point until they can get extracted out.
Being out here with my team, being out here with the guys that we work with, and hopefully get deployed together, being here with them and getting to go through this with them is very rewarding. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be doing the training. I hope we get to do it again. Hopefully we get to do some more training, we get to train other airmen and just spread the knowledge.
In a historic step forward for international cooperation, the Ohio National Guard and the Republic of Angola officially formalized their partnership during a signing ceremony. The agreement establishes Angola as Ohio's newest partner in the National Guard State Partnership Program, strengthening ties and advancing shared security goals.
Today's signing establishes a state partnership relationship built on mutual respect, shared learning, and a commitment to confederation.
Ohio has a long history in the program, with established partnerships in Hungary since 1993 and Serbia since 2006. Building on that legacy, Angola became Ohio's third state partner in 2025, spanning the Guard's global reach.
This initiative forms part of the Angolan government's strategic vision to consolidate international and partnership that contributes to strengthening institutional capacities, promoting peace, security, and sustainable development.
The partnership reflects a continued commitment to cooperation, readiness, and long-term security. Reporting for the Ohio National Guard, this is Staff Sergeant Thomas Moger.
I'm using the Ohio National Guard scholarship currently to finish my nursing degree in Ohio. So being a medic has kind of taught me what I want to do in nursing, and it also kind of gives you a basis for nursing. It is so rewarding. I feel like all my hard work is paying off, and it really takes stress off my shoulders. I don't have to pay extra, $5,000 a semester. I can just focus on school and working part-time. So huge load off my shoulders. I've been in the Ohio National Guard for 5 years. I enlisted in October of 2020. At the time, I was going through some personal things, and I feel like the Guard really put discipline into me, really instilled like a foundation and security. The military is very secure. You find a lot of good leadership that you can look up to and how you want to be in life. They really I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life until I met my instructors down in 68 Whiskey School, medic school. So They really changed my life. Military changed my life. I wouldn't be here today without it.
For most military leaders, a promotion ceremony and a retirement ceremony mark separate milestones. On June 6, 2026, at the 179th Cyberspace Wing in Mansfield, Ohio, they became part of the same story. During a ceremony, decades in the making, Major General Gary McHugh promoted Colonel Darren Hamilton to Brigadier General. Moments later, Hamilton returned the honor, retiring McHugh after 42 years of service in the Ohio Air National Guard.
June 2026 in the grade of Major General.
So very unique what happened today. I got to promote one of my best friends, probably my best friend, and then he got to retire me in the same ceremony. So the fact that we got approval is huge. I really didn't think we were going to get approval, but the Adjutant General here in Ohio said absolutely do it the way you want to do it, and the rest is history.
Long before either wore stars on their shoulders, both began their military careers as Airman Basic at the 179th Airlift Wing, now the 179th Cyberspace Wing in Mansfield. McHugh joined the organization in 1983 as a crew chief. Hamilton followed in 1986, also serving as a crew chief.
Serving together means everything. We started as young airmen together, and to reach the ranks of general officer has been an incredible journey. He's been a friend, a mentor. His love and encouragement for me to move along and keep plugging along to reach these goals has been awesome.
Over the next 4 decades, they witnessed the wing evolve through multiple missions, aircraft, and organizational changes, while advancing through the ranks together. The promotion and retirement represented more than career milestones. They reflected a friendship forged through decades of service, a shared commitment to the mission, and a bond that began at the same wing more than 40 years ago.
But we were both slick sleeves, wearing green uniforms. People don't even know what those are, but plain green uniforms. They called us pickles in basic training. But we were there to be here, standing in front of you as a general officer is pretty humbling.
The two leaders spent decades serving alongside one another while helping shape the future of the Ohio Air National Guard.
Having each other, relying on a good friend, a good solid friend this entire time, it just made all the difference.
The Ohio Air National Guard has offered me those opportunities, and it's been a great journey.
I'm Air Force 2nd Lieutenant Jill Maness, reporting for the Ohio National Guard. Soldiers assigned to the 2nd Battalion, 174th Air Defense Artillery Regiment were honored during a call-to-duty ceremony at Morgan High School in McConnellsville, Ohio. Family members, community leaders, and fellow service members gathered to recognize the soldiers as they prepare to deploy in support of the National Capital Region Integrated Air Defense System mission. The ceremony highlighted the battalion's readiness and commitment to serving both the state and nation.
You have deployed numerous times to perform this exact vital mission. You have traded the comfort of home for the heavy mantle of defending our nation's capital. You carry with you the legacy of excellence, a history of unyielding readiness, and a reputation that precedes you. You know the equipment, you know the tactics, and you know the stakes. As you assume your post, know that you do so with full confidence of the Ohio Army National Guard and the United States of America.
While you take care of things here at home, we will take care of your soldiers. And I don't say that lightly. To us, they are not just a name on a roster or a manning document. They are ours the same way that they are yours. We will train them to a standard that keeps them sharp and keeps them safe. We will look after their welfare and their well-being as if they were our own family, because to this command, they are our own family.
Defend the skies, complete the mission, and come home safe to the families in the state that love you.
I'm Air Force 2nd Lieutenant Jill Maness, reporting for the Ohio National Guard.